happened in here? This place is a mess, by the way. You should probably pick it up. Alright, what's going on, everyone? Wait. What a party that was! What's going on, everyone? My name is Iami Paula. So this is basically a series, if you guys stumbled upon this, of my diary entries, essentially, of like being a streamer and a content creator, that kind of stuff. Keep in mind, I do stream mostly on Twitch. I have YouTube, Twitter, a whole bunch of stuff. Just look down below. There's going to be links everywhere. Y'all can't miss it. If you miss it, then I don't know what to tell you. I guess you're just never going to find me. Kappa. I really want to take the time to talk about this entire week off that I had, just because for anyone that doesn't know, this is actually my goal, is to be a full-time content creator. So being able to have an entire week where I got to experience that was really, really awesome. And I kind of wanted to talk about that just in case there's other people out there that want to become a full-time content creator and haven't really looked at it this way, or maybe haven't had just a week they could dedicate to just solely content creation and a little bit of like life stuff that comes up in the gym, but mainly be able to focus on your full-time thing that you're doing is content. So again, I kind of want to emphasize that like this is basically something I've been dreaming of doing for a very long time. I've been in love with the idea of content ever since like 2012 or 2013, whenever I first did my own stream. Man, that was scary. And mind you, I've come a long way since then.
Who's that? Wait, is Sochi on our team?
Oh hell, I didn't get it.
Oh.
Woo!
3 seconds!
Okay,
3 seconds!
I really got serious about content creation back in about 2018 whenever I started streaming, making content with more intentionality of it, actually with an idea of trying to become more than just, you know, having fun and messing around. And that's why having this entire week off just dedicated to content was something that was really amazing and kind of special to me personally. Again, I wanted to share that with everyone else just so you guys can get an idea of what it was like. It's pretty awesome, honestly. I got to start it off by hanging out with my friend Shogun and doing his 1,000 follower stream. Congratulations again, buddy. I love you. So that was really neat. It's really awesome being able to create my schedule for whatever I wanted to do, whether it was a morning stream, a night stream, a midday stream, whatever have you. The biggest thing I wanted to do is go back and take a look at basically what was the most engaged streams and which ones were not so engaged. That way I can figure out like, okay, is it a certain time, certain day, certain game that really like my community has liked for the most part, where they kind of hung around and enjoy the content the most. So I'm going to sit back and actually do that, but I haven't done that quite yet. Speaking of celebration, hence why my room is so messy, and I literally left it like that on purpose, so for anyone that thinks I'm a slob, I'm not that messy. I'm not going to lie, I do get a little dirty here and there, but I'm really not that bad. My stream room's a mess. I forced myself to leave it that way so I could show you guys what the 2,000 follower celebration looked like, and now I'm going to have to clean that up today after I make this video, which is kind of sad. Also too, for anyone that missed it, I'm gonna have a highlight video basically. We basically did a roast of Iami Paula, which was kind of funny, where we had a bunch of people like make fun of me and make mean tweets about me. Be sure to look for the highlight video that should be coming up relatively soon. It's just taking me forever to edit. So that was actually really awesome. So again, keep an eye out for that video. I kind of want to talk about some of the highlights of the week and kind of what I enjoyed. I really enjoyed the fact that I got to focus on content as my first priority. I literally just got to focus on content and then also like going to the gym and doing the things that I wanted to, which was really awesome. I loved having the freedom to basically just schedule my week however I wanted to, but again, I understand that, you know, as a full-time content creator, you do get kind of a set schedule, but again, it's kind of built around like your community and what works best for you guys versus like what works best for your main job. I also felt like I got a lot done for the most part. Again, this is kind of a double-sided piece. I felt like I was able to do stuff that I kind of like deemed to be less important before, because I had so much time. I could spend time on the important things and then the things I deemed to be a little bit less important about. Like for instance, I had over 2,000 emails in my primary email that I use for all my content, which also means with 2,000 emails, you probably ignore it. Luckily, there's nothing important that I missed, but if I want to reach out, work with people, have that as a business contact, it's probably a good idea to keep up with that. It was also kind of odd because I actually got to take some time to watch like some documentaries, which I actually do want to talk about towards the end of the video. So the whole idea of having a schedule that you can actually do stuff offline to support your content, your community, as well as like doing stuff online, streaming and stuff like that, was really awesome, because I actually got to take more time to do that offline stuff, as well as like support friends and watch streams and stuff, which was really cool. Although now that I think about it, watching streams kind of makes you a little bit less productive, but totally worth it. Probably one of the biggest benefits of having this entire week to do that was the fact that I got to have a taste of what it was like to be a full-time content creator. It was a really great experience to be able to put content first before everything else and then be able to focus on the other stuff. It kind of made me realize how much I want this to be my full-time job and how much I would love it, and honestly like how much it would be such an amazing lifestyle. But of course, with every positive experience, there's got to be some sort of opportunity that comes out of it. So some of the opportunities that I noticed during this week are as follows. Surprisingly enough, I kind of noticed that I was getting a little stir crazy a bit at times. Like there was literally one day where I was like, I have to go to the gym. I have to get out of the house. I got to go to the gym. I got to go do this. Not that I spent a bunch of days just staying inside the entire time. There's a good chunk of time where I just stayed in my house, which was actually really cool. I really enjoyed that personally. But it was good to know that I do miss the outside world sometime. And yes, there is an outside world beyond this beautiful screen. I'm not going to tell you have to go explore it sometime, because like if you can get away without doing that, I guess kudos for you if that's what you want. But I do like getting in the house sometimes. A weird opportunity of this week was also that I felt like I did get a lot of stuff done, but I also felt like I didn't get a lot of stuff done. The one thing that I noticed is that I started making like lists towards the end of my vacation, and I felt like that really helped. Like yesterday I had the whole day planned out as far as like what I wanted to do, and there's a few other days where I was like, I have this list I gotta get done, I have this list I gotta get done, I have this list I gotta get done. In case I didn't mention, I had this list that I had to get done. It definitely felt beneficial, but like not just from like a productivity standpoint, but from a standpoint of like me feeling productive and my actual emotions around it, because again, you always feel like, or at least I always feel like, I could always be doing more. I could be doing more videos, more tweets, more engagement on social media, better Discord conversations. Like, I feel like I could always be doing more, but at least if you have a list of what you want to do and you accomplish that list, again, you feel accomplished. Like, you feel like you've gotten everything that you wanted to done in that day. But other than those like few things, that was pretty much the only opportunity I had about this vacation. Now knowing that stuff, I'm hoping that my next vacation, which is coming up in like a month. Wait. Are you judging me because I took a vacation this week and I'm taking a vacation in a month? Are you judging me? Listen, the reason why I'm doing that is because my company has a policy: if you don't use it, you lose it. Wink. So again, a couple of key points I guess from this that I hope you guys can take away from me, that you can learn, at least that I took away from as well myself. Drawing excitement from your friends' accomplishments and what they're doing. It was honestly really invigorating to be a part of my friend's 1K celebration and be able to help him out with what he did. It was pretty creative, the stream that he put on, and it was honestly a lot of fun to be a part of. That being at the beginning of my vacation really helped propel me into my vacation to make sure I was being at my most creative point, as well as being most productive as well too. Because I got really excited to see what he actually put on and all the fun and joy that it brought, and again, being a part of it just made it that much better. Short-term goals. Again, so having it, even if it's like you got a week that you have and you're like, you know what, I got some goals for this week I want to get done, and then make a list for that week, and then make lists like by the day. I realized again towards the end of my vacation, I kind of wish I'd started this at the beginning, because I felt like it would have been super helpful as far as making the most of my time. For someone like me who's pretty much busy all the time between working 40 hours a week, going to the gym every other day, streaming 3 to 4 times a week, plus making these videos and interacting on other social medias and working on my car and everything else that comes with life, to then be handed a giant platter of here's a ton of time that you have now that's free, you sometimes might not be able to make the most of it. And I feel like having those lists to kind of help keep you guided throughout the day or guided throughout the week would be really helpful. And that's what I plan on doing for my next vacation that's coming up in a few weeks. So for my next vacation, which I'm kind of looking forward to kick it off, we're going to be going to PAX 2020, which is going to be amazing. Keep in mind, if you guys find me there and give me a hug, I'm going to give you guys a free pin. Yes, a free pin. They're amazing. I am certainly going to make sure that at the beginning of it, I'm going to make an entire list for the week. And also I'm going to make a list by the day as well, as far as like what I want to get done. Make sure that I'm following that. Because again, when you're given so much time, it's sometimes hard to make sure that you're making use of all that time. Speaking of drawing inspiration, like I said, I sat down and watched a documentary. So if you guys haven't noticed, I'm a big Disney fan, and I started watching one of the documentaries on Disney Plus. This was actually really cool because it was the night that I was sick, and I got to kind of listen to how Walt actually went through and made Disneyland and the struggles that he had with it and stuff like that. Hearing some of his motivations and kind of why he made these amusement parks and stuff also kind of like made me realize really like what the purpose is of my content and what I really want to get out of it. This is honestly a question that I kind of struggled with for a very long time, as far as like, what is your content? What is your mission? What is the purpose of your channel? How do you not know this? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think people actually scolded me that bad for not having a mission statement or something like that per se. But hearing someone else and what their goals were as far as like what they wanted to bring into the world and what they wanted to offer to everyone around them was really, really neat to hear that stuff. It made me realize that this is gonna sound kind of weird, but my goal as far as streaming and like what kind of like content I want to create is pretty similar to I think what Walt was trying to achieve. So to be totally honest, just to give you a quick idea, in 2017, life got kind of rough for me a little bit. I went through a major breakup, which left me in a home by myself, which is the one that I'm sitting in right now. I also struggled a lot from that too, with depression and things of that nature, anxiety, panic attacks, stuff like that. Luckily, I was able to kind of get through that period of my life. It took a really long time, but I'm very thankful that I made it through that. Having experienced that myself, not saying I know exactly how people feel going through that, but I can relate to it on a certain level. And knowing that, I kind of want to create content that helps them escape. One thing that I love how Walt actually had in mind with Disney World and Disneyland is the fact that he wanted to help people feel like a kid again and be excited and be able to almost like escape reality and live in a magical fantasy kind of world just for a moment. And personally, I think he really nailed it on the head with that one. I personally would also like to do something very similar as far as my content goes, to be able to create a community and a place where people can escape reality a little bit, have fun, joke around, feel accepted, not feel judged, or all those feelings I talked about before, just completely get rid of them, even just for a moment, would be amazing in my mind. I've gone through some painful feelings in my life, and it was definitely nice knowing that other people had gone through that similar like journey or point in their life, and they came out better on the other side. The reason I'm bringing this up is because, again, not everyone kind of understands exactly at the beginning of their journey what they want their content to bring, how they want to differentiate themselves from other people, and what their kind of mission and or purpose is in that kind of space they're looking at. Just know I've been creating content since 2018, and it took me until 2020 to really figure out what the heck really drives me and what it was. I guess I kind of knew what it was all along, but I wasn't able to verbalize it. If you can't sit there and say, this is exactly what I'm bringing, this is what makes me different, so on and so forth, it's completely okay. You don't have to have that answer right off the bat, but just something to keep in mind as far as like what drives you, what makes your content unique, and how do you bleed through to your content. Maybe what it might take is you sitting down sometime and then watching a documentary or learning from a friend or seeing other people kind of create something similar that you want to bring, but you have your own kind of personality and unique. Can I get a 1-bit, please? Your uniqueness to that content. And it's okay if you don't have that answer right away. It'll come to you eventually. So overall, I just wanted to say my vacation was amazing. Thank you for everyone that had a part in that. I can't wait for my next vacation. PAX East 2020 is gonna happen. It's gonna be amazing. Guys, please let me know. Connect with me on social media and stuff like that. If you guys are gonna be there, I would love to be able to meet as many people as possible. That would basically make my entire trip. So please, if you guys could do that, that would be fantastic. Thank you guys again. I super appreciate it. Again, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys don't like the video, feel free to give it a thumbs down. Give me some feedback in the comments below if you liked it or didn't like it. Again, I know that I'm not perfect and I'm growing, so I would really appreciate it. And also, don't forget my other platforms, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and all this other stuff, whatever that I'm on. All links are going to be in the description below. Feel free to follow me on those platforms. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing, amazing week, stream, whatever it is you're doing. I want it to be amazing, all right? Mwah!
Cook it,
Don't, hey, it's my meat. Don't you beat my meat. Could you stop beating my meat, Shogun? Shogun's out here just whacking away at my meat.
Some of the thing, I want a piece.
Leave it alone.